I am first in line, and no one is going to tell me otherwise.
Words like violence break the silence, come crashing into my little world. Painful to me, it's right through me. Don't you understand? Oh, my little girl. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm. Vows are spoken to be broken. Feelings are intense, words are trivial. Pleasures remain, so does the pain. Words are meaningless and forgettable. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm.
This stream is protected by otters.
Welcome to Otter Country.
What's up? What's up?
Water ushy gushy, water ushy gushy, water ushy gushy.
Water ushy gushy. Today it's peach punch. Morning, everybody. Or good day, whatever time zone. Happy Saturday. Welcome in. So, yes, there is no Greg.
How'd that get in there?
How did that get in there? Greg is doing a local bird convention thing this weekend. And from what I was told, most of Pizza Lug bailed out, so he's like covering extra. He brought a bunch more things in. So we won't see him this weekend, probably.
I love how small it starts and how big it gets. Yes, I said those words out loud.
Indeed. He has escape containment. I know, he's actually going to be social. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure I'll hear about it at some point. But welcome, everybody. So, Bad Binda was first in the chat. Brick Sergeant got the first today. Lightning Builder, welcome in. G Monkey, hello. Rob, good day. TJ. PBJ, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Bricklock is here. I think there's somebody that said hello so far. We'll see if more folks come in. And Hagar also popped in with the how. Did that get in there? So it might be a quiet stream. We'll see. Let's see if any other friends come to hang out today or not. I know Taz is a little tired this morning, so we won't see him. That's why he did not stream in the hour before I went on. He might pop in the chat. We'll see. But anyway. So, what was I going to say? Oh, right off the bat, I want to talk about something important before I get to this stuff. I saw that pop up. Thank you, Fredo.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Truth. Congrats to Fredo on congrats to Fredo on a year streaming. He just celebrated his stream anniversary on Wednesday. Had a marathon, almost 12-hour event, building the Django Fett ship, and then kind of informally racing Mbinda, which was funny. But congrats to Fredo on a year, and hopefully to more. It's good to have you in the community, dude. No, I can understand. That's why I never do anything like that unless it's like a Saturday. All these extended streams I've ever done have always been a Saturday. Like whether it's been like the 6 hour I've done or Streamiversary, like it's always a Saturday, so I don't have to worry about work the next day. I have Sunday. Hi, Shaq. Anyway, so with Fredo here, congrats again, dude. Look forward to seeing you in just a few weeks, as I do some other friends here as well, of course. See, that feels so right with just the instrumental and no singing. It's so good that way. It's so spot on. I'm going to do a serious talk. So I'm going to put this in first. So today is the last day for Brooks O'Brien's Kickstarter that he's doing for his third book, Programmer's Guide to Defeating Trolls. Boom shakalaka. Shakalaka. And he and Kevin Hinkle, his friend and illustrator, are a few $1,000s away from meeting their $45,000 goal. I've pledged a bit. A lot of other people have pledged to the Kickstarter, but it ends today at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So actually, let me show you guys this, in case you're not familiar. This is his third book. It sounds cool, you know, Guide to Defeating Trolls, right? Because we all have experienced trolls. We know what trolls are. So 45,000 is the goal, 45 US. Just under 41, so a little over $4,000 to go with 11 hours. It ends at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. So there's a lot of different things you can do to pledge. And if this does not hit, if it doesn't hit 45, like even $1 below, this doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So if it's 44,999, this doesn't happen, guys. So a lot of us are trying to help Brian with this last little push here to try to get him over that mark, because I know it means a lot to him and to Kevin. So if you guys have anything you can do to help, click that link that I pinned, go to the page here, help him by backing the project. Again, you're only charged if it actually hits the goal later today. So you can pick from a bunch of different options, right? So what I actually ended up doing, if I can scroll properly here, I actually did a donation. So the idea is that you can donate a book to a charity. I think, like he said, these would be going to like St. Jude's or something, for example. Pro Trolls, I can't back. So I pledged with a donation of a book. Now I know Brian would say every little bit helps, and that's very true. So if you can do just a bit, I'm sure that would be appreciated. But I want to try to do my part today, as he's on this last little bit of a kick, so to speak, to put it out there and say, if you guys can help a little bit, that would be fantastic. Whatever we can do. So I did want to talk about that first. And, you know, we'll see how it goes. Brian, Zach, Astro Canuck, working together more and more. Am I forgetting somebody? A group of folks are all doing like a co-stream kind of situation starting at 12 today to in tandem with Brian to kind of push this, to try to push this over the line. They're all going to be building like the Mario Kart thing. I don't know if we'll be going until 12 today or not, because I do have other things I got to do today, which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, there's going to be a big push to try to get Brian over that mark. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for him. Brian is an amazing guy. So I would like to see that succeed for him. I tried to do my part. I've been sharing on social media a few times the last few days, and I did it in my Discord. So, we'll see what happens. But anyway, so that was the big stuff I want to talk about. So the other thing is more fun for me today. So I did not do anything for Mother's Day last weekend because, thank you for the shouties, TJ, appreciate you. Because today I'm actually going to a musical. What, a musical? Yeah. But it's not just any musical. If you know the movie Beetlejuice, which now has a sequel as well, which I still haven't actually watched. There actually is a musical developed on Broadway for it. And they're doing some touring. And they're this weekend, like from Thursday through Monday, I think, in my area in Syracuse here, there's going to be some shows. There was one last night. Actually, my supervisor went to the show last night, him and his significant other, and I have not heard from him about how it was. I'm assuming it's pretty good, but so anyway, point being is I'm going to that show this evening with my mother and my stepfather. She bought me a ticket a while back. I never asked her to, and she just did. And I said, okay, I'll go.
Lau, 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 Lego Greg.
Appropriate for his comment. Hi, Greg. Thank you for pledging for Brian. So anyway, we're going to that. But before we go to that, I told my mom that I would treat her to Mother's Day dinner today instead of last Sunday. So we all know the joke about Outback and all that about stuff.
But whenever they cough up a hairball, you hear that.
That's appropriate.
It's kind of how I felt.
Hi, Trevor. How you doing? So going to Texas Roadhouse for dinner because that's what my mom said she wanted. And I'm okay with that. That's what she wants for Mother's Day. That's what we're going to do. And then after that, we'll go to the show. But anyway, welcome in, Trevor. Hope you're well. Made a return to streaming this week. I didn't even realize that he did. He just popped up and then rated in. 4923, right on. Let's go. We're kicking up there a little bit. But anyway, so I got a couple things I have to do before I head out for all the events this afternoon. So I don't know how long we'll go today. We'll see. Anyway, okay, so this stuff and other things. I have other things news too. I'm going to try to finish this build, which I should be able to do. I don't think at this point I have one more level left, and then I have the roof. I don't think I'm going to use this level because I don't know what else I really want to put in there. Because I've done most things I wanted to do. So I'll probably just save this or tear this apart or something. That being said, I've got the roof, which I kind of made a little flashy using all these arch pieces. So it's going to kind of sit probably over this level because this will be the top level. But I do have to do some changes to this in terms of like building like an antenna or something like that too for the radio station. Because I think it'd be fun to have a radio antenna on top of this. All right, everybody's saying hi, doing drops, reses, all that good stuff. All right, cool. So last time, excuse me, I have been working on this top level of the building. And this is going to be the owner's office, right? Like just basically the top guy. So there is a space for his administrative assistant, his secretary. And then I'm working on his office. So I'm going to finish that today. Do tiling and all the other stuff. We'll work on the roof, and we'll see what else happens. I don't think I'll start lighting today if I finish this before I'm done, because that's going to be a whole complicated matter. Depending on where we are in the stream, I might show you guys something else.
We throwing tomatoes. Boo, we throwing tomatoes. Boo, we throwing tomatoes.
Boo. Just raise the roof. Raise the roof. Okay. Yes. Gotta get my thinking cap on here because I was working on something else yesterday, which was very different for me than I've ever done before, which is what I'm hoping to show you guys here maybe in a little bit. Oh, I just heard the doorbell, I think. I did. That's a wild Dave.
Hey, what's happening?
What's up, Dave?
Oh, not too much. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
All right, cool. Never sure with these microphones on this.
So, I mean, what I kind of told Greg was when you come on to this as a guest, literally just flip the audio to like your microphone and nothing else, right?
Mm-hmm.
because Greg uses the same system I do, where we use a virtual mixer and everything goes through that to be able to do all the effects when we're streaming.
Yeah.
Greg switches his when he's on with me to just be his microphone, so no other audio comes out. Which also helps because some people like to go and have fun in his chat and play things, so that won't be played through anymore. Little thing we discovered.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm also still waking up because I had a restless night.
Yeah. I had an interesting night too.
It was warm. It was warm yesterday. Actually, the warmest day I think we've had so far.
Mm-hmm.
This season. And for the first time, I actually had to turn on my air conditioner in my bedroom last night.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah, we've had ours going for a little bit.
It was still a little uncomfortable, so I kind of tossed and turned a little bit at times. Got to kind of get myself used to the warmer weather now.
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, hey TJ, hey Brookstream, hey James. Brookstream, I did enjoy my bratwurst earlier this week. They were delicious. It had been several weeks since I'd had one.
Dave was fond of sharing that he had some brats.
Yeah, I heard about your dust storm up there in Chicago.
I saw a satellite picture of that dust storm. Holy crap!
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, no, I was I was dealing with something very similar when I was in New Mexico a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, like the first day I was there, like red flag warnings everywhere, which are not a thing east of the Mississippi, hardly, I don't think. But I've been all of a sudden been noticing them out west. But yeah, there were, I think, 40, 50 mile an hour wind gusts at the end of the day made keeping that pole straight very interesting.
It's very important to keep that pole straight, right, Dave?
Right. Oh, that's going to get clipped if so bad.
We'll see. I mean, one of the clip masters that usually would do that has not apparently shown up yet, so we'll see.
Oh, okay.
The same one that clips something and won't use it for like a year because he never gets around to it.
Right.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, G Monkey, like it wasn't bad. Like out in New Mexico, to me, it mostly felt like a brown blizzard.
That's so bizarre, though. As somebody that has gone through blizzards, right up here.
Yeah.
Let's see how well I can fill them up.
That's just a wild thought. A brown blizzard.
Yeah. Like you see those, like I may have mentioned this already, but yeah, you see those movie scenes with, like where it's just all brown and apocalyptic, and that's exactly what it felt like. I always wondered where they got that idea from, and now I know it's probably a regular occurrence there in the Southwest.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right, Rob? Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, apparently, my Instagram or threads was flooded with comments, but about the tornado that hit St. Louis yesterday.
I saw that this morning.
Yeah, so
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, thankfully my area where I live barely got any rain. It got really dark for a few minutes. I heard the sirens go off, but yeah, we didn't get any. Like it just sprinkled a little for a few minutes, and all of a sudden the sun was back out. But
I shared pictures in group chat yesterday. It was or whatever. I think of storms coming through.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday morning?
Yeah,
and
I think so.
It turned out to be a whimper. Like it was nothing. Like I heard a couple boomers, but you guys remember like I streamed a week or so ago and a line of thunderstorms moved through. You heard the crack like literally outside my window that day. Yeah, there's none of that today. Or yesterday. It's just I heard a couple very low rumbles and then just a little bit of rain. And was like, okay, well, that was a disappointment.
Yeah, petered out as it got towards you.
I guess.
Yeah.
Although there's supposed to be a cold front that's coming through today at some point. While I'm actually out for my afternoon and evening plans. So, I started a doorbell. Hey, it's a brick.
Hey, Eric.
Morning, dude. So what was I saying? So yeah,
cold front.
They're saying there might be some more storms, but after yesterday, I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah, because
Pops, hi, how you doing?
Temperatures definitely dropped back off here. I think it's 59 outside right now.
Yeah, I saw something saying that it's supposed to, with this cold front that came through, it's going to cool this area back down to like 50s or 60s for a good week or two, at least. Maybe through Memorial Day for sure.
Yeah, the longer we can keep highs in the 70s, the happier I will be.
I mean, I don't want like 90s humidity at Brick World, that's all.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
If it's 80s, I'm okay with that. 90s though, ugh. Speaking of, one of the other things I have to do very soon is I need to get my totes organized. Because I've got the second one I bought still sitting in my hallway space next to the other room. And I've got to get that and the other one kind of reorganized and packed up properly for everything. So that's going to be that might be a Memorial Day weekend project probably, because I'm going to have the 3 days plus I'm going to have a half day on Friday afternoon. Woot woot.
Yeah, I should dedicate. I really need to dedicate a day to like restoring my mountain bike park here that has been in boxes since Christmas.
Yeah, by the time you get around to it, it's going to be time for you to probably take it again.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I haven't. I probably won't display it this year unless I like do some expansion or renovation to it, just so it's not the same thing over and over.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I don't have any. I was trying to think if I wanted what I wanted to display this year, and I'm like, I mean, the space scene would be good, but I only have 35% or 40% of it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little challenging for you, right?
Yeah.
You've got some, obviously you've got some ships from the sets you could put in, but I mean, you could make it work if you wanted to.
Yeah, it would just be small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could make it work. So
I may just spend the second half of the year concentrating on buildings and have some new buildings for the city.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, like, now that we're basically going to be done with this, and I've got a shit ton of stuff for space, I'm full out back to city now for a while. Oh, I forgot to get out my plant stuff. I'll have to never leave the space out for that, though. G Monkey, that's right. I remember Trevor Brookstream said you're going to be doing something at the store today. That sounds kind of exciting. Anyway, Eric, how are things going with you? What's going on?
I'm doing good. I did survive the dust storm.
Well, that's good.
It was interesting. I mean, I don't think it was quite as bad as it was up north, but it definitely got dark, So
did it feel very eerie?
It was just like everything was just kind of reddish brown haze over everything, and like just visibility was definitely a lot lower. The winds, you see like the grass blow around.
You're unbelievable.
But like this time, it was like the grass was like almost wrapping around itself. It was blowing so hard.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was cool. No, I'm doing good. I'm just working on the Fun Hole Club here.
So Clipsy told me, by the way, that he finally received that replacement wiring component that was faulty.
Good.
So it took them, I don't know, what, 2-3 weeks to something like that to send that.
That's not bad for China, though. I mean, geez.
Right.
It's not like it's an American-based company.
Yeah. So good for him that he got that. It sounded like he may resume also working on that build. So I know he also wants to get it done as well. So that's cool.
Yeah. So far, it's good. I mean, I think the wiring is starting to get down to a point where it won't be quite as much, but it's still a lot. Which is fine. I mean, it definitely slows the build down.
Bye, Greg. Have fun.
All right. See you, Greg.
At Pizza Lug Con.
Hey, James. How you doing, buddy?
That's what I'm calling it, Pizza Lug Con. Because from what I understand, like for these local Rhode Island things that he's going to, like Pizza Lug is the only one that actually really shows up. In terms of like big displayers. That's fine. It is what it is, right? I haven't seen anything about a show coming back to the Syracuse area like it did a couple years ago in the fall. Brick Universe. That was it was. I went to one in Rochester back in 2022. That was like my first actual, like, I don't say conventional, but more expo experience was that one, right? And then obviously Chicago in 23 and 24. But yeah, the one I did in Syracuse in October of 23, I think it was the end of the month or so, because I had it at the State Fair building. That was definitely not as impressive as the Rochester show. I'm not sure if they didn't get a good outpouring with that, and that's why they didn't bring it back this last year. Hey, Brian. Yes. Trying to help you a little push today, as much as we can.
Hey, Brian.
Hopefully, folks will help Brian to get to that goal. We want to see that happen. We want to see this happen, guys. Make it so. Every little bit helps. The verge of having. Oh no, guys! Don't let Brian's hair fall out. Help him get to his goal. Help the Kickstarter. That'd be super amazing. Again, I know Brian has said this and other people said this too. Like, even if it's $1 short, it doesn't get done. Even $1. So please try to help. Try to help if you can. Don't we devolve into bald up Brian beginning a book or something? Oh, jeez. Guys, yes, don't let Brian go bald. At least prematurely. Well, Brian's here, so not worry, right, Monkey? Yeah. Actually, one of my coworkers told me a long time ago, because he's he's bald. He told me that he actually used to have very long hair, kind of like what Dave's got. And he told me that it started to come out a little bit when he was in his later 20s. And he said at that point, he said basically F it. And he just grabbed a razor and just sheared it all off. And he's kept it that way ever since. And now he is just bald.
Oh, man.
He said rather than just lose it gradually and see it get horrible that way, he just went all out and kept it that way. So it doesn't look bad now that he actually is basically bald.
I do know a few people who've done that. Yeah, one of my former coworkers, I mean, he's like in his 20s, I think, but yeah, he was always bald, like completely bald, and someone who knew him in college said he used to have hair, but then it started thinning, and he just shaved it all.
Jeez. I should help wants to see what it looked like. I can pull it off. Not as good as Astro though. Astro pulls that off. Astro looks good that way. I would look. I'm not gonna lie. Hot take. I would look horrible bald. Thankfully, even at 44 right now, I still have all my hair. There's no signs yet of it falling out. It is going grayer and grayer. I've got more salt and pepper in here than I've ever had at this point, but there's no sign of it leaving me. So I'm fine with the salt and pepper because they say for a guy it's distinguished, but
right.
I don't mind it being short, but never shaving it because I would look horrible, like absolutely horrible.
Yeah, and I've got a big scar on my head, so when I've used the buzz cut, like I mean, I haven't gone completely bald, but I've had it use the number 5 or 6 attachment on the razor, and just had my whole head done that way. Then my scar starts to show up, and people are like, "What happened to you? What happened to you?" Had brain surgery when I was a kid.
Hey, Brookstream, I don't know if I caught you earlier now, but welcome in. Good to see you. Also, Phantom, welcome in. Good to see you as well. Yeah, that's a very good point. That's a very good point, right? It does. Not that bothers me very much, but yeah, I'm at the point where I'm using, what is it, the number 4 clipper for mine, because I feel like that gives me a good, and because I do have very thick hair. It comes from my mom, where it's a very thick kind of hair. So even when it's very short with like a number 4 clipper, I still look like I've got a bit. So I'm okay with that. TJ, don't go bald, dude. Unless you actually are going bald because of genetics. Don't shave. Don't shave your head. I'm not sure you could pull it off. No offense, I'm not sure you could. And I think Squiz would kill it. Yeah, I think you would. If you went and did it. James, you're lucky, dude. You're lucky.
Yeah. I was joking with I call her my assistant, even though she's not officially my assistant. But we were on the phone yesterday, and we were joking about how I got to keep looking younger. I don't want too much stress at work because I got to keep looking younger than my boss and the guy who heads the other department. Both are which one's like one's like my wife's age, and I say that because he's like 6 months older than me. The other's like 2 or 3 years older than me, but both of them have a lot more gray than I do.
Yeah, I mean, it started showing for me. I don't know, like actually right around COVID, I think, is when it started to pop in there.
Oh, okay.
As something that was more obvious. And I'm like, okay, well, I am basically 40 at this point, so whatever.
Oh my god.
Because I had a former coworker who was showing a lot of gray in his early 30s.
My uncle turned gray in high school.
Oh,
what? No.
Yeah, he was like white gray by senior year. Completely white gray.
Oh,
like,
that's wild.
Head to like everything.
One of Shannon's aunts went, I think she said went gray in her like 20s. She colored it for a while, but then she just decided to let it go.
I think we lost you for a second there, Dave. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just saying my wife, her aunt went gray in her 20s. She colored it for a while, but then just, I don't know, let it go natural fairly early.
Speaking of coloring, I talked earlier about how I'm going out with my my folks for the show and for dinner tonight. I obviously I've told you guys how old I am, and my mom is up there. She's still doing pretty well, but she's definitely one of the folks that she will go and she has routine hair appointments to take care of her hair color.
To keep it dark.
to keep it a certain not color, we'll say.
Yeah.
So it's kind of amusing in that regard. I'm like, whatever. My father, on the other hand, is pretty much bald. So I think for me, it's like that skip a generation situation.
Yeah.
Which at least that's what I've been told is probably happening, because I probably would have started seeing it by now.
No, yeah, I mean, I would think, at our age, if it's going to happen, it probably would have started happening.
To be that young again. Hey, it's life. That's what happens. We have some folks in our friend group here that are just into their 30s and that are falling apart, and already hitting their 30s. So wait until they get to their 40s.
Right.
Check. Skrills, Alex. Just saying.
But yeah, no,
I mean,
like my hair.
they'll acknowledge it, so I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
See, he just said so.
Yeah, my hair is definitely not as thick as it was when I was in my 20s, but I mean, I don't know. I think it may be kind of thin, like up here. If I part my hair wrong, my kids have given me crap about having a bald spot. But some of it I also think is the way my hair parts naturally.
Yeah. Hey Brian, if you're still there, I put my pledge in for you.
Awesome, thanks, Eric. That's very, very cool.
I got an autographed book. So.
There you go. There you go. I may have to throw another one in there too for myself as well to help out.
I was gonna do it at Brookstream, but I just got so busy with my dad. My stepdad's been in the hospital for the past 18 days, and it's just been a little crazy.
Oh, here we go, guys. Here's a little update because I'm keeping it open myself. We're past 41. We're past 41. Still need more though. So any little thing you can do. Little thing you can do.
It's my pleasure, Brian. Yeah, I went to Slopes. Yeah, I got all the stuff. Yeah, I was there. Yep, I was there in Colorado. There you go. There you go.
Hello, Archie. Welcome in.
There you
Thank
go.
you for the follow. Ooh, look at that.
Fancy.
Yeah, Brickblock was really talking up Brick Slopes there, so there's a good chance that some of us may actually be going to that next year.
It was awesome, Brian. It was a blast. I mean, tons of people were there. Everybody was having a good time. Larry and them, oh my gosh, Nikki, they had something to do pretty much the whole time they were doing, whether it was drafts or their Brick Olympics or just, I was doing D&D with Jesse and everybody. There's just tons of stuff going on, and it was a good time. It was super fun. Can't wait for next year. So it'll be good.
Dave, you still in the idea?
Yeah. No, I
am.
Do what?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
good.
I'm definitely on the idea of that for 26.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just to change up.
Yeah, I can't do Utah, Brian, because it's like right when the school year starts. So, like literally, Brick Slopes, Utah is like 6 days after school starts, which is just too early.
Yeah, and like I've said before, as long as I'm part of the mountain bike league here in Missouri, that's always the weekend of our first race, and so I got to be there. But
that's what, late August, is that right, Eric?
Yeah,
yeah, it's like August 20. It's obviously August like 24th
Labor
or something.
Day.
Yeah, that's around when classes start the university for me too, and I've got to be around for all that stuff.
But yeah, no, April is definitely easier for me to pull off than that weekend in August.
Yeah.
No, I look really forward to the idea of doing it now because of,
when I retire, I'll go to
it.
Just to try to do something different. Because now this will be my 3rd straight year of doing Brick World, which I love it. I have no issue with it, but I do think it'd be fun to try something a little different for once. And if we can do Denver, which Colorado, which I've never been to Colorado, it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, it's a good place. I like Denver.
That being said, I would not display because I would have to fly there. So I would just be a person. I would just be taking it in.
We have a flight from here, like right around here to Denver. It's nice. I don't even have to go to Chicago. And it's got free parking.
Oh, straight from your town to Denver, they've got direct.
No, it's in the city next to us, but yeah.
Okay.
But it's only like 25 minutes from here.
Yeah.
Nice. I'd check. I would. That's no lie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long drive, but I'm used to that drive, so I don't know. I guess it depends on how much time I had if I drove or flew.
Oh! Look at this! Look at this, chat. I would maybe go to Denver. Could we see a Shaq at a con? We actually see him IRL.
Sunshines and lollipops are coming to Denver. Man.
How about that concept?
Wow.
That would be pretty wild.
Denver's not that far from North Dakota.
Yeah, I guess it depends on which side of North Dakota he is, but
there is a stream where Squirrels was trying to speculate as to where he actually was in North Dakota. because of his service. Yeah, right, Rob? Exactly. Ooh, and I just heard the doorbell again. Yo, it's the maybe future bald guy.
It's the full-headed hair guy.
Yeah.
What's up, DJ?
What's up, guys?
Actually, speaking of, because TJ got his supercut recently. It's funny, like I always go to Supercuts just because it's close by and I've gone there for years, whatever. They always do fine for me. I don't need anything fancy.
Water ushy gushy, water ushy gushy, water ushy gushy.
So I got my hair cut last back in. Oh my God, James. So I want to go again, very soon because it's going to be time for me. And I was thinking about the other day, like, when do I want to go? And lo and behold, I got an email from Supercuts for a discount, off my cut again for like the next 2 weeks, expiring like May 30th. I'm like, okay, well, that's sold. I'm going probably Memorial Day weekend to get my hair cut before Brick World.
There you go.
Brick Sergeant sent a panel hydrate, so if you guys have a drink, grab your drink and hydrate on behalf of James.
Cheers.
Thank you, sir. Totally shocked 100 for frickin' POC Dark Tam. Oh.
Okay. So I don't actually have to work on
got everything to fit. That's cool. Way to go, G Monkey.
Don't have to work on this, but I wanted to show this. Look who it is.
Let's go.
Nice.
Hang on, we have to go larger. Hold on.
There we go. Alex is accepting his grilled cheese and tomato soup shipment.
Wow. He's not here to see that.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll show it again on Monday. He'll see.
Oh, he's probably lurking.
Also, Dave, purple.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh.
Only got this guy assembled.
Purple. Hagar, that is our friend Alexandre017 being represented.
Oh, speaking of, hold on one sec.
Oh, and of course, I gotta flex this.
Space baby.
Yeah, and Blacktron #2 finally.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm happy with 2. I don't need any more. I built both that I wanted to.
I might get a third, just to play around with like alt build and stuff. But I'm happy with.
Now, that being said, if I ever did see it go on a really deep discount like TJ deal, I might actually think about it. Ooh, look at that. Dave, talk about where that came from.
So, yeah, one of my buddies, well, on Instagram, Tanjam Lego, he used to live here in St. Louis, and now he's in South Carolina. He was doing 3D prints of the space figs earlier this year, and I saw him doing that. I'm like, hey, what would it take for me to get a purple one? And he's like, let me check on the plastic or whatever, the filament. And it's like, okay. He's like, yeah, I can get you one. And so a couple months later, well, like 3 weeks ago, there's a box that shows up on the floor of my bedroom next to my computer, and I wasn't sure what it was. I just thought something just got put there. Finally, I'm like, I pick it up and look at it, and I'm like, oh, this is a package addressed to me. And I start opening it, and I'm like, oh, because I assumed he would ship it USPS, and I never saw anything show up on my informed delivery. So I just figured he was getting delayed on shipping it, even though he had said he was gonna ship it like 3 weeks ago. And sure enough, it came UPS, and I guess one of my kids grabbed it and put it in my bedroom without really saying anything. But yeah, no.
I was gonna say, would you speculate as to which one would probably do that? I know I was gonna speculate the parts thief would probably do that, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, he's the first one home from school, so it probably would have been him. And he probably would have said it quietly and mumbled it to where I couldn't understand him.
Draco, good morning. Welcome in. Hope you're well.
But no, yeah, super happy to have this, and I really appreciate him making it for me.
Yeah, that's super cool. Very cool.
And everything's individually built, just like Lego.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. And it's got clutch power.
Very awesome. Scotty Rotten, welcome in, dude.
Fully movable.
Goof morning to you as well. Goof morning. There's anything else I want to do for this?
All right, we have a live titanium glitter news report to do.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we got two things. One thing, first thing is leaked. The prize machine has finally leaked. Images of that. The 1343 pieces, $170, June 1st release. It's and there's a picture of all the figs. It's got 2 gold spacemen, 2 teal spacemen, and 2 of each of the new castle factions. So there's 2 different new castle factions in there. A couple pirate figs, a couple figs with Paradisa and Fabuland torsos, and a mixture of other things. So 16 figs in total.
Damn. I kind of would want all those figures. Oh.
Yeah, they look good. And then the other thing we have is the City Tower has been officially revealed.
I saw that.
1941 pieces, $210, and releases June 1st. Looks like that's a worldwide June 1st release, probably because it's a D2C. And yeah, that's been revealed too, and it looks all right.
Did you, TJ? Did you have that up on screen? You want to remind people what that one looks like?
Sure, just a sec.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Full screen. I'll just have to log myself out of Lego because I don't want to dox myself this time.
No worries. Rob, you're into that? We kind of shared it before and talked about it a bit, and I was kind of like, what are they doing?
Yeah, it seems like a giant mix mash of stuff.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. All right.
Just waiting for him to get that ready. We can put it up here.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, let me get this on here.
This is the set. City Tower.
So, as I think leaks have been showing, I mean, that's what it is. And I'm still like, there's way too much going on here for me.
Yeah, there's so much going on. I mean, we got a little bit of construction. This is admittedly nice. I like the crane. We have a lot of good concepts. It's just they probably run out of spots in the city lineup, so they just combine it all into one.
Yeah, I just like they seem to have a theme going on with these big city builds the last couple of years, and I'm just not sure I like it. That I don't think it. They're great as individual sets, but I don't think they merge together real well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We have this has been downgraded from the original set because it's smaller and it has stickers.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's a smaller sibling to the other one, right? It's actually what it is. It's actually an intermediary between the 4+ one and then the actual $20 one that is like the best set ever.
Yeah,
this is like that middle ground. That's what that really is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think that's a new helmet on the space person there. Some special printing. I don't know if we'll have
I
to look
can
at
handle
that.
the fingering.
Hi, Zach.
Yeah, exactly, Zach.
I wouldn't disagree with that thought.
A couple of vehicles there.
I look at it as like, hey, Ninjago designers, we need an extra set for our city lineup. Anybody want to take a turn? Like, I was like, sure, no problem.
Yeah,
I mean, look,
only
so
7 figs. That's not a lot of figs for such a big set, but
yeah, I would want a few more. I think.
How much? Would that be?
210.
Dang. Oh,
yeah. I would want a few more figs out of that.
Yeah.
I mean, Zach's not wrong. I get those vibes too, because it's a weird mishmash of everything. There's a lot of things going on with this. It looks fantastic for a kid's play set.
Yeah.
It looks great for kids. Absolutely 100%. Because it's so wacky and wild.
And reddish orange roller coaster track.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. That half pipe thing or that pipe thing going on is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure about the vehicles. Vehicles and the train, the car, that looks kind of cool.
The sticker sheet might be fun to have.
I think the sticker sheet probably be a great one to get.
Oh gosh, what if
there are for me that I appreciating stickers like I do? I would probably strongly consider getting the sticker sheet, if nothing else.
Yeah.
I like the space. Here's the other thing. I wonder if there will be people out there that will buy this and that will divvy up sections of this, depending on how Lego bags it, and sell parts on Bricklink or on eBay or something like that, right? So
yeah.
I showed you guys, I think last week, that I got that little corner grocer marble set. I got this off of eBay, right? But I only got it because it was just the 2 components without figures and all that stuff. I wouldn't mind like buying the spaceship as like if it's like a bag itself. I'd love to buy that.
Yeah.
And maybe like the crane or like maybe a couple components of that. I'd buy those as separate little piece components indirectly or directly if they were available. I don't need the figures, right? If they were just the parts to that section of the build without figures, I'd take that too if it were cheap.
Actually, I think the only fig I'm interested in is the space one because it has the printed helmet with the special space details. But other than that, it's just
because it's a city light now, I would expect that it'll probably show up on PAB, right?
Yeah, let's hope so.
You think?
I have a fundamental problem when city sets are more than $150.
Well, they had that other one that Greg actually bought that one that had that whole
Yeah.
thing.
I have
a lot more. It was a lot more than this, and that was $200.
Yeah, I have a fundamental problem when city sets get because city sets are designed mostly for kids, and I look at it this way: like you should have a whole bunch of sets in the $20 to $50 range. You know what I mean, in the lineup for the season, and then maybe one set that's 100, and then one that's like 150 or less. You know what I mean? There shouldn't ever be one more than 150 in the city lineup, just ever.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying. And I think what they should do instead is, like, especially with the way that one is, break that into like 2 or 3 sets, like of the component parts.
I think they used to do that where they could buy different, like they would add on to each other.
Right. Yeah. Buy them and make them modular.
Yeah.
Or separate them and make them so you can buy all 3 for the people who have the means.
What a concept that would be.
Yeah, like this crane could have been a set on its own. These, like, maybe you could combine the fire and police garages into one set. Space could be on its own, and then you're left with this little tower thing with the train going underneath it. That'd be a nice set on its own.
Yeah.
TJ, can you bring up the picture that had just the train again?
Yeah. There we go.
And I would probably buy that as a separate component too, if that were just a separate package.
Yeah, if I found that bag on eBay, I'd buy it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would buy that instantly.
Oh, I think this is gonna be popular because look at the ends. Got connection points, so you can connect multiple.
Yeah.
Very much you could have a tram situation going on with that.
Yeah,
and I love the fact that they've done ads and or graffiti there. That just looks great. That really adds life to it.
Yeah, they're starting to copy Funhole.
A little bit, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
I know. A kid set, absolutely. I think that's 100% cool for kids. For me, the whole thing, I'm not going to spend $200 plus on that. I would buy components. I guess that's where I am with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See if we can get a PBJ deal on it.
Dave.
Oh yeah.
Dave. Imagine a parts draft with this.
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
imagine if we got like PBJ deals like we got with that the
Main Street. Yeah.
Imagine we got massive PBJ deals on that, and we parts drafted like 5 of these.
Oh wow.
That's
holy crap! That would be wild. Oh, that would be so much fun.
I'd be getting a sticker sheet. That's for damn sure.
I'd be all out in for that parts draft. No question.
We might have to do the sticker sheets like minifigs for that set.
Oh yeah, have those minifigs. I don't give a crap about minifigs.
Well, I'm just saying, like how minifigs are usually one at a time. We might have to do the sticker sheets individually.
Oh, we have basically. I think we basically have to say, "Does everybody want a copy of the sticker sheet? Here you go." I think that's what it really is.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the fairest way to do it.
But what if I want more than one?
Then you'd have to buy
trade.
Or then trade.
And also to confirm, there are no Greg variants in this set.
Boo.
Boo, fail.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
Fail. That gets a thumbs down right away. That's very disappointing. He lurked.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, that's the news.
Well, very cool.
What were you saying about the figures that are coming up? My cat pulled my earbuds out of my ear as he's jumping on my lap when you were talking at the beginning. So there's a Castle Factions or something.
What? Oh,
I
for
think
the,
they were talking about the
prize pack.
gumball machine set.
Yeah.
The prize machine. Yeah, that got leaked today.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
Yeah.
You said 16 figures?
Yeah, 16 figs. A decent number of them are just 2 variants of the same fig. So like, there's 2 of the teal, 2 of the gold spacemen. The only difference for the Castle faction figs, it looks like, is the faces. So 2 of the exact same. It looks like. Again, there's like some differences between figs, but most of it's just the same parts for 2 figs.
And the teal, you're talking the color of the brick separator, right? Not Azure. Okay.
I can pull up an image of that if you guys want to see. It was a leak, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen those yet.
All right, so yeah, we got the full set. We got 2 images of it. Got the full set here, which is, this is that. This is what it is. I think those are new clear pieces, or at least I'm not familiar with those, at least. But this is what everyone cares about.
Yeah.
This is what everyone wants. This is the figs.
Well, damn, those are pretty cool looking, actually.
Those are good figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to buy that set, but I want this.
I know. I don't want to buy it either just to get those, but damn.
No,
Lego, you suck right now. Hate you.
Right.
Those are gonna be expensive figures.
Yeah, unless they show up on PAB, then yeah, they'll be expensive. And PAB has been kind of weird lately. They haven't been bringing most of like the printed torsos and legs to PAB lately, that I've noticed. So even for non-licensed themes, so it's no guarantee that these will show up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the 8 figs that I want, which are 4 castle and 4 space, and then sell the rest of this thing to a Brookstream minifigs. It's just can at least make some money back on this. And Zach, the rumor price is $170, which is it's a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 times. It's like basically making people buy 3 sets of figures.
Yeah.
I know that might have to be like a double VIP or whatever, a double insider.
Yeah,
maybe
there's. I think new parts for new sets show up 4 months after the set releases, so we won't know if these are in PAB until October. So I'm not buying this before then. I don't think it's wise to buy it before then,
right?
Unless you find like a really good deal on it or have incentive to. Yeah, like the only reasons I could see to buy this before then is like double points or maybe an ideas specific GWP. Yeah. It's okay for what it is. It's expensive.
Yeah, and like I want the space figs because they're space figs, but at the same time, I'm not a big fan of those 2 colors either.
I might just find a brick.
I like the gold one actually. I think that's kind of cool.
I think was that a koala bear head? What is it? What is it?
On the Fabulan?
Fabulan?
Oh, it's Fabulan. Oh.
Yeah, they've got Fabulan torsos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe I'll sell those to Mark.
Yeah, I'll sell those to Mark.
You don't want those.
Mark will want those.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe
I like the
figures
figures. I really do. I like that entire set of figures. I want those. I'm not a figure collector per se, but I like the figures.
Yeah, I don't see anything that's really, really calling me.
Yeah. We even have an ideas printed torso here, which is pretty nice. And then this is the only fig where I feel like it's a wasted spot because I'm pretty sure all of these elements are in other sets.
Well, isn't there like a one from like Baywatch or something?
Unless it's meant to represent the designer.
Oh, that's like a
it's fine.
Tourist lady there on the right by the
I think that's Paradisa.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's not like anything extraordinary.
Yeah, it's just the torso, and then this fig in the back has the same torso.
I think that is the next CMF wave.
I mean, it looks like it could be a CMF wave, right?
Yeah, that's the prize machine figs, Rob. Yeah, Nice fig lineup. Also, it's today is 2 weeks from this thing's release date. So
Right
Lego,
before Chicago.
where's the official reveal, Lego? Where is it?
Oh, you know, if the next D&B Live, they could talk about this, right?
Yeah.
I kind of do like the trans window components, though. I think that could be very interesting for like a mock build of some kind.
Yeah, I think
they have
to see
potential.
I'll have to see the parts inventory for this. It may just get parted out instead, and I'll just sell the figs I don't want. And these little ball pieces too.
Imagine if there were 36 figures in every set. Oh, that would be wild, Phantom. Oh man.
Wow. What if they sold? What if they sold like expansion packs for that set where you could change them out?
See, that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
It would be fun if they could do that.
That could work.
They won't, but it'd be fun.
Right.
Yeah.
It would
I'll
be
give
chaos.
I'll give this set credit. It looks like it's fun, nice play feature and all that. It's just too expensive, and I have no desire to keep the build.
Yeah. I mean, it might be fun on my desk at work.
Yeah.
But if I did that, I'd have to buy a bunch of or grab a bunch of crappy figures and put it in if somebody stolen.
Sell this to Alex, and then he could just get beans at it. Put beans in all these instead.
Oh yes, yes, that would be fun. Well, because TJ, you go on local streams, and Dave does.
Yeah,
right? You see, he does the thing for when he gets the bean redeem, right? Alex could use this for his beans and just twist the thing and get the beans out.
Yeah,
completely random. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Start putting many fixed sets into the balls. Yeah. I know. It's interesting. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice.
It's not on a short list, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I'm going to have to wait and see what happens with this, I think.
Yeah.
I like the figures, but I don't know. Just...
I'm gonna say it's gonna depend on tariffs.
I mean, no lie, a lot of things are gonna depend on tariffs right now.
Because like when I might actually buy it, if the tariffs are really bad, then it's like, hell no. Because I'm definitely not buying that day one thing.
I mean, I'm just gonna have to see how a lot of things shake out over the next 6 months, because I gotta make sure I take care of my October trip, among other things. I've got the Brick World expenses coming up next month here, so I don't know.
Yeah. So that was the news. Thank you for allowing me to derail the stream for 20 minutes.
No, I mean, obviously, I think a lot of people are interested in seeing that stuff, so it was very cool.
Titanium clicker with the news.
Yes, live titanium clicker. Let's go. Who else has a live newscast like that?
Right?
Wait, it's D&B live.
Yeah, but he needs like intro music when he comes in there,
I mean, I could create some intro music. Right? You could create something for TJ. Actually, I should do something so that TJ could cue that off with a command, and then he could do his TTS. That would be kind of fun. I should do that. I gotta come up with something. Did you hear that, TJ?
Yeah, I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be fun. I'd need that for my own stream as well, because then I'd just cue it whenever I do news.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll have to think of something. I'll have to try and be creative. So I'm working on the roof section right now, trying to put a space into that corner so I can have wiring run up into the roof, so I can have a radio tower up here and have lights on there. So I'm doing that at the moment. I think that would be pretty cool. We'll keep the prize machine and work and fill with inexpensive figures. PBJ, that'd be really, really cool of you, dude, if you did something like that. I could see that being like a really cool thing.
It'd be an interesting parts draft where, you're getting the figures, but you like randomly draw numbers to see which ball you get that comes out. Like crap.
Oh, speaking of, Dave, have you done anything for the Brick World draft? Have you I don't know if you have to communicate with them and get something set up with that or not?
So I mean, I did make the request.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, they were talking about schedules and stuff, and so I popped in with a question about when all of that when those schedules would be out, and he was like, give me a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And so yeah, I don't know date or time yet, but
no, I mean they obviously haven't released all the other sessions they have or anything like that yet. They're probably finalizing all of that anyway.
Right.
So I was curious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when I put in the mock card request, if I'm assuming you saw that in your Discord.
I did,
in our
yes.
little private group.
Yep.
And so while I was looking, I just went and nosed around to the other stuff, and I saw that they have my request for to lead it.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got the sets right behind me here on the floor. And yeah, and
Same thing about parking. I'm driving this time, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting on Saturday.
Note to self: don't drive on Saturday.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because isn't some of the parking lot closed off because they're doing all that construction? I suppose I shouldn't be asking that because I'm the one who would know.
Yeah, you're the local.
Yeah. Need to pop by and visit, I guess.
On what day?
No, I think they've got some construction in the works because they've got a parking garage and a bunch of other stuff there.
Oh, they're putting up a
that
parking
they're
garage?
working on. Yeah, because they've got another building. I forget what it is.
They need like 5 parking garages at that place.
Yeah, I mean it'll be good once it's done, but I don't think it's done yet. I'll have to drive past or just even drive into the Renaissance and see what's going on there.
The Renaissance.
I mean, maybe since Greg's going to Brick World, he can help them out. Help them out with all his parking.
Wow.
That or his grumbles, one of them.
Hagar, I just saw your DM. Yeah, if you want to, feel free to talk about what you're up to. No problem.
No cat. Do not bite. The one bad thing about wiring is the cat likes the wiring.
Oh boy.
Yeah, thankfully they're not jumping up here while I'm doing stuff lately.
Well, he's on my lap. He's like literally like right here on my lap. So he's like,
hey, kitty. He's very quiet today. He's not doing his usual meowing.
no, he's pretty chill right now.
It's already on the way to work. Walls aren't up yet. All right, how do I want to do this? Actually, make like a service building here in the corner.
So, where are they building it? Is it that empty space just directly west of the hotel?
It's right next to the hotel. Part of the parking there.
Okay.
I haven't really looked at it, to be honest, but it's like in between that and Meacham Road.
Okay, yeah. No, I've got the Google Maps Google Maps up, and I'm just looking at the imagery, and there's a big grassy area on the image directly west of the hotel. Yeah, between the hotel and Meacham.
Adam, what's up, dude? Welcome in. I don't have anything for 80 though. Let me get you something for 80 though. What do we have that would be fun for that?
Give him Notice Shack.
The Shack one?
Yeah.
We haven't done this in a while. We'll do this one.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and I'm homebound. And I need you, and I missed you, and now I wonder.
Thank you. I appreciate it. There you go. There you go. No worries, Rob. Appreciate it. There's Bidoof.
You hear him snoring?
Yeah, he's making noises. Yeah. I'm making like a little service structure on the top of the roof here. I'm going to put the radio tower in here.
No.
And then I think we'll consider this done for now. Other than wiring. Yeah, so I wonder how much he's already grumbling at the expo right now. Oh, Dave, look at Hagar's comment there. We've inspired people.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. I've had a couple chats with him behind the scenes, so I know he's doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of cool that what we did has kind of inspired some folks to do something. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I don't usually say no to a parts draft. Hagar, I still have to go through that stuff. I haven't forgotten. Promise it's buried under other stuff. So I just need to do it at some point.
Rude. I told my wife to let me know if they left, and she didn't.
How rude. Just up and leaving you, Dave. Oh my god.
No. I mean, they're liable to be going to an estate sale, which I can take or leave. And you guys wonder why I'm going to go into a depression when Caitlin goes to school next year.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, you seem to enjoy doing things with her the most, from what it sounds like. You're gonna be pretty lonely.
Yeah, I will not
try to do things
or
with
deny that statement on public air.
Looks like Brian's almost 41.3. He's at 41.279.
Oh, let's have a look. I saw the window open here.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Let's go. Let's. I'm gonna share it with people here. Little update for folks. Making some steps forward for Brian's Kickstarter here. So we're still 3,000.
Like 3,700.
3,700 or so.
3,721 if you want to be like.
Let's keep it going, folks. If you can do anything, any little thing.
You're good, man.
Any little thing. What's up, CMA Castle to you?
I have the live feed. Oh, he's up. He's going up now. He's under 3,700.
I kind of, Brian, I totally get that analogy.
Yeah, I know.
For good or for bad, I totally
get how many delegates / backers are we getting? It's too bad they don't have like a widget you can put on your stream. That would be really cool.
It would be kind of cool if you could do that. Speech writer if it succeeds or fails. I imagine that the fail one was probably very difficult to write. Probably not very easy. But hopefully you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, let's not even worry about it. Let's just assume that everything is hunky dory.
I mean, I get it. He needs to, you know.
Yeah, it's still. Yeah.
But we all want. Yeah, we all want positive vibes. We want positive vibes. Had to manually configure source OBS to have a PRMI. Emailed them about alerts during the last project, but they were like, "Well, it's kind of lame. What the hell, Kickstarter? Like, if you want that integration with social media, what the hell? That's kind of stupid."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see why it'd be that hard.
I mean, it's not apples for apples, right? But like Tiltify that we use for like doing our campaigns for various things, right? Yeah. They got all that stuff built in easily to work with your streaming stuff.
Yeah.
Why couldn't Kickstarter do something like that and have?
They're just being lazy.
It's set up. They probably are.
They're like, we don't need it. You know, worry about it.
It's silly. Or it's gonna be a success thing. Yeah, exactly. But if you get to that last little bit and it doesn't get over, that's what's gonna be super disappointing. So we hope it doesn't even get there. We want it to be over.
Hopefully it kicks over in a couple hours and it won't even be a problem.
Oh God.
For Bricklock, the galaxy is in need of a new power. Come to Skrills and find your true calling. The dark side is prepared to dominate the galaxy. If you can only give in, TJ, Skrills will unlock your true potential. Search your feelings. You know it is the only
That post has lived on in infamy.
I know.
TJ, I'm very sorry.
It's fine. This is fine.
Brian, I did mention that at the start of the stream when I was first talking about the Kickstarter. I said a bunch of you will be doing the joint stream today to hopefully generate the energy and to get you over the finish line. So hopefully that does it amongst all of you that are participating in that. The sex under the really works well together. It kind of did. It kind of did. It looks cool, but it's not something that I personally need with everything else I want to get or plan to get, plus expenses. And so I'm going to live vicariously through seeing others build it and enjoy it. That's my thing. If I do this, though, I won't have a place for the wire to come out. Unless I change out something here.
Yeah, once this book is successful, you have to be a programmer's guide to defeating Kickstarter.
You're unbelievable.
I think Brian did state that if he hits a certain threshold, he could do Programmer's Guide to Doing Your Taxes. I think he said that could be a thing. Classics. Oh, hell yeah. Classic space. Let's go.
Ooh.
Yeah, let me get a wire out. All right, that'll work. 123,000 for the taxes book.
Oh, that'd be great.
All right, I'll be right back.
Little service room for the top here. All right. Where do I have those other parts? I gotta look around for something. Ah, there's some. Okay, good. Wow, haven't seen that one in a hot minute. Thanks, Hagar. All right.
I need to buy a bigger table.
Antenna. For the support for the antenna. My noodle shop is extras. Oh, nice. I forgot where I put mine. I've got him hiding somewhere. I need to put him in a build, in a restaurant build. Like Programmer's Guide to Hygiene for no one specific. Wow. Does Lego make chickens? They do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they make chickens.
They do, yeah.
They're mostly roosters, but they're
I've got a few.
I think they're all aren't they all roosters?
I think I have a couple in my medieval space because I made that little farm, that little barn.
I don't remember any hens. I think it's all roosters.
I don't know if they're all in here. Yeah, some of them are in here. My mom had an obsession with Lego chickens for a little while, so I ended up with a bunch.
Actually, TJ, you know what would be hilarious now you bring that up?
Hmm.
Just put a bunch of the chickens in the space scene running around the ground. How incredibly random and stupid would that look? It would be great.
It'd be fantastic.
People would be like, what the hell is going on here?
It's like, why not?
Exactly. Exactly. It
Chickens.
doesn't have to necessarily make 100% sense.
Yeah, it's an alien planet. We can do whatever we want.
Right? There's chickens hanging out there.
Or you have like some sort of like merchant bountying for them, like bartering somebody. get a bunch of those little, little baby aliens, and like they're trading chickens for aliens or something.
Oh, that'd be a good thing. I may have underestimated how many pieces I need for this technique for the monastery. This is what I'm doing, and I don't know if I have enough. We're gonna find out here in a minute.
Oh, is that the one you started Monday? Are you working on Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my pad order in, so I'm finally able to do something with it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I've managed to finish one portion of the Ninjago collab so far. One base plate. And I've got another base plate in the works, and I've got this base plate in the works also. So it's progress is happening. Yep.
What was it? Dave said he could work best under pressure.
Generally,
we'll see
yes.
if that's true for me.
I don't. That's the thing, is I can't be creative under pressure.
When we did our D&D club last year, I was building stuff literally Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning for other people.
Hagar, I have not. No.
Oh, now I know what I was doing here. Side quests.
I got a phone call from one of my guys at like 6 a.m, I think Thursday morning, say, like if I had a certain type of piece. I'm like,
oh really?
I slept right through it. I was like, I got up, was like, I think I have something, and so I got down there, and then I was basically building all morning.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Oh yeah, there it is. Funhole was teasing a new set the other day, the Bamboo House.
I gotta give Funhole a lot of credit. They're trying all kinds of stuff. They aren't shying away from all kinds of random builds.
They're not afraid of terrorists.
No, they're no, they aren't.
Yeah, it hasn't been officially revealed yet, just a promo on their Insta page, but there's a Bamboo House coming.
Who's it? Is there like Funhole ambassadors that like?
I think there's some people who get paid to review the Funhole stuff. I don't, or
There's
like get free products.
There's gotta be.
Yeah, at the very least, similar to the land, but
because it's kind of exploded out of nowhere. There's a bunch of people that started doing it. It's Loomy Bricks now. It'll always be Funhole to us. It'll always be Funhole.
I don't know. I just bought this set the other day. It says Funhole and it doesn't say Loomy yet.
Yeah.
Until I get a set that actually says Loomy Bricks, it'll always be Funhole.
But I gotta say it like the Jang way. Actually, Actually, since Brian mentioned that, Jang is the one more than anybody else, I think, that was happy or those ecstatic to see their name change from Funhole. I think he got very sick very quickly of like the obvious comments and the immaturity that we all like to talk about it. I don't blame him.
Well, I mean, I think the name was meant to be like wholesome fun, is what it was supposed to like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree.
I mean, it got lost in
translation.
Somebody on the AI translator was like, okay, what would a name for wholesome fun be? And then that came up, and they had to own it. It's like, whoops.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Real Shady, welcome in. Oh, you got the gas station? Nice. That looks pretty cool. I have the skate shop sitting back here on my other desk.
Yeah, I've got the skate shop.
I got to put that on an actual base, a Mills plate at some point here, and because I want to mock out that extra 6 wide section that'll be left over, and do more skate park space in that section of it too. I have thoughts based on some other stuff I have sitting over here on my desk still for like forever long.
Oh, now we're going like Foo Fighters on us.
Not a fan of dad jokes. Yeah. Yeah, you're not off base, CMA. What do I want to do for this?
Dude, these chrome parts are pretty dope.
Yeah. They do some good stuff with that.
Yeah, that's nice. That's what I'm saying. Like the piece count on a Funhole set, if it says 2,000 parts, you're getting like 2,000 quality big part, not like itty bitty rounds, like 500 left over. You're getting like big pieces.
Let's see, what are we up to? 41,427 on the Kickstarter.
Yeah. What did yours say? Mine says 427.
Yeah.
Yeah, something mine says too. Oh, you know what we could do to make it a counter? We could make a I don't know, Brian, if you're there. We could do a window, a browser window, and then just zoom in on the one section.
Is that updating dynamically in real time?
Yeah, I didn't even know. I haven't refreshed it. It was dynamic, yeah. So you could just zoom in. So
I'm gonna go dark here for a minute because I want to try something, right? I'll just do it on this one scene here since that's where I'm focusing at the moment.
Cool, Brian.
All right, let's try this. If
That's awesome. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'd have to like crop it around it or whatever, or like, it's on the edge of the page, so it wouldn't be too hard to move. Especially if you put it like in the top corner.
Oh, how do you crop with a window? I don't remember how to do that. There, okay, I just figured it out. There we go. Took me a second to remember how to do it.
We're gonna hack it.
And I'm just going to put this right down here for now. For the last little bit of the stream, we'll do that. There we go. Let's see if this actually does update in real time.
Because when you mentioned, I turned my head on because I have it open in my other screen.
Yep, I got it. Thank you, guys. Yep. If I thought about it earlier in the stream, I would have put it up at an earlier point, but toward the end. But...
There you go, Brian. We're hacking the system. Oh.
I mean, it would be nice if they actually had something you could put in, but
yeah, a cool widget would be cool. Oh, Brian, no problem. My pleasure.
No, dude, absolutely. Dude, this is like your life, dude. We want you to succeed with this. So,
yeah,
as much as we possibly can support you, we'll do what we can here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to make a point today on the stream in particular to make sure that I was really trying to, you know, hawk this out there. Be like, yo, come on, people, let's try to help him out. Because I know Brian's seen me sharing on social media a little bit. You know, my reach is like I'll be real, like my reach is limited compared to some other folks like Brian or other people. And I was like, you know, that's helpful. I put it in my Discord. My Discord has limited reach, but I was like, okay, well, I can do it here and talk about it here today in particular and see what that helps. And hopefully it is a little bit. I think we've had a few people pop in, so a little bit apparently has helped.
Yeah.
And I will say, you know, for Brian and other folks that may not be aware, I'm actually, you know, I do my streaming through Restream, which I came up in the conversation when Brian and Zach were chatting the other night in Zach's stream. So that's how I do all this stuff, right? Like I don't do stream together, but I'm also doing, I am doing my simulcasting to my YouTube channel as well, which has a little bit of, you know, a little bit of reach. I do get a few views on the simulcasting over there. So if anybody's watching, you know, hopefully that'll help too. How do I want to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Gotta go look for some other stuff. No, you're absolutely right, Brian. It is. It's all about community support. Always is. I feel like we've all gone into like focus build mode here.
Oh.
It's funny. It sometimes it just happens where we all just kind of go quiet and start actually focusing on what we're doing.
Well, a cat's off my lap now, so I can actually move. It's not easy.
I was gonna be curious to see if Greg decided to pop in because he's got the link to do kind of like a pizza lug BrickCon, you know, drop in and be like, hey.
Yeah.
But I think he did say that the doors are probably already open by this point, so he probably can't do that. Oh, but I can share his setup though, if y'all will indulge me for a minute here.
Oh, I suppose.
Well, you're going to anyway, so.
Yeah. Dave's always a negative.
I just got to bring
Nancy.
up his post.
I mean, someone's got to troll him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dave has his moments of trolling, though. All right, so this is Greg's Instagram, where he shared this morning. Or actually, well, in the last hour. So this is his setup at Brick Convention, Rhode Island. Hopefully these buildings look familiar to folks. He's got his little plaza inspired by, work that I did and the clips he's doing and stuff like that. He's got his old tuning workshop mock that he did a number of years ago, which I know he's still very proud of that. He always gets a good reception with that one. The fire station build, of course, he just recently completed with fire trucks in there. Ooh, look at that. And of course, his fantastic City Hall build as well. So he's got that. But I know he told me he had to bring some more stuff. So it looks like... Can I click over here? Let's see if it'll let me do this. If you'll let me click over this.
Did he bring his parking lot?
No. So he brought the toy shop building. You recognize that from the Creator 3-in-1. He brought that. He brought his grocery store mock. She built this a couple years ago. And if you guys remember this is what do we call this? The LOL-BQ. With a little pig on top. And then the hamburger stand. I forgot what the other one was.
He didn't bring the adult bookstore?
No, he didn't bring that. He did not bring that. Hey, Gar, thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Help me a while. Jew monkeys invaded my shop. Well, Brickstorm, it's your fault for letting him in. Your fault. I'm not gonna help you for that. Those are not working. Let's see if that'll work. Actually, God. Sorry, TJ.
No, it's Squirrel's TTS. I'll allow it.
Oh, did you guys see? She flew to Kansas City late last night.
I did.
The galaxy is in need of a new power. Come to Skrills and find your true calling. The dark side is prepared to dominate the galaxy. If you can only give in, TJ Skrills will unlock your true potential. Search
Have
your
a good one,
feelings.
James.
You know it is the
Remember,
only
if you see
way.
James in your chat, know you've got a loyal follower. James has been there with many of us since the beginning. James is always there, ready to hang out, ready to give an idea. Always a good time. James, you have a good one.
Later, dude. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Oh, the ticker went up. The ticker went up. I just saw it click up at my screen.
445.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly what I saw. Well, it's live. It's live.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Hey there. I'm all about that laid back
Oh
vibe.
my
But when
God.
it comes to hand cranking butter, you've got to channel your inner speed demon. On a good day, I reckon I can hand crank freshly made butter faster than a cat chasing a laser pointer. I have to get those muscles moving and churn out some creamy goodness.
Go slipping through the cracks, but these two shoes are picking up the sound. There's no case too big, no case too small. When you need help, just call Bandits. Rescue Ranger, Bandits. When there's danger, don't know it never fails. Once they're involved, somehow, whatever's wrong gets solved. Bandits. Rescue Ranger, Bandits. When there's danger, don't know it never fails. They'll take the lead and find the plans and whys and who's. Rescue Ranger,
Thank you, Brickspace. Hey, Brickhead Ed, welcome, welcome. Haven't seen that name in a while. So I was talking to her the last couple of days, right? Like she said she wasn't feeling well, and I talked to her about all that stuff. But she did say she was feeling a little bit better yesterday, in time for the flight out. So hopefully that was not an issue.
So when are you going to Kansas City, TJ? It's not that far away.
I mean, TJ, you could fly down this weekend. She'll be there.
You can drive down there, not that far.
TJ spends 12 hours a day driving around Chicago area looking for things, so he could drive 12 hours to Kansas City.
I'm in my bubble now. I can't go anywhere.
Just bring your bubble with you.
Oh, geez, no deck.
Wow. Brickspace, I totally get you on that one. I hear you. That is in my playlist somewhere. That's a super troll by Shaq, too. Go drink Sprite while you're eating a banana. See what happens. It ticked up again. Whoa,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
good.
Look at that.
Yeah. Less than 3,500 now.
Let's go.
Let's do this, folks.
It's got to happen today. I mean,
Just
between Moramore and Astro and Zach.
Yeah,
and
it's
Brian,
yeah. I'm very confident, but like, if you can just get the basic book. You know, I mean, just get like a.
yeah, every little bit. Every little bit.
They're great
It's
books.
like-
If you have a niece or a nephew, or you know what I mean, just I think it's great.
All right,
So I'm probably going to throw
I've
a
made-
little bit more too, just to help.
I've made progress.
Oh, you have made
Oh,
progress.
that looks cool.
You know, I'm actually a big fan of this technique. I'm gonna have to use this in future builds.
Oh, it's cool. I like that.
Yeah, there's a sort of like multicolor tile feel to the monastery back in the early seasons, so it's what I went with. There's like sometimes there's a dragon design in the floor. I did not try and replicate that; it would have been too complicated.
What
And
you
I
could
just
do.
have to-
Let's go.
I just have to tile off a few things and build up the 2 pieces of training equipment, and then I'll be good to go.
Sweet.
I mean, you could always back the project with some paperbacks and just donate them to your local like elementary school. You know.
I mean, that's the one that I actually did was the donation one initially, but I'm probably going to do another one to get like you said, Eric, like maybe get a book for my nephew.
Yeah.
No, Dak, I knew you were going to say
they're at that age. All right, so I was Dave. I don't know if you were around when she said this yesterday, but I was watching Toasty Bear yesterday. And somebody was making lighthearted these nuts jokes, and she was saying, "I don't like those jokes." She's making comments. She does not like the D's nuts jokes.
Noted. Yeah, I think I missed that.
I think it was when I came back from dinner and got back into her stream.
Oh yeah, okay. Because yeah, you left. I guess it was. Was it about 4 o'clock your time, or a little after?
A little after 4 o'clock my time. Yeah.
Yeah. Because right after that, I was.
As we're starting, please stay tuned to the stream and thank you for your support.
Thank you, Skrills.
Yeah, because I got on a phone call with my assistant, which I thought was going to take like 10 minutes, and then I think I was on the phone with her for like an hour and a half. And at that point, I wanted to get down the street to be at the opening of the new microbrewery. And
is that what you was that what you posted last night that I saw this morning? Okay.
Yeah, because that place, I know you guys don't drink, but that place is going to be super cool having it where I can walk there.
My wife likes to go to that one right by the arch, the river or something. River.
God, Brixplorium, facepalm, just facepalm, dude.
No.
I love you, you love me.
Yeah,
putting these parts in definitely helps with that roof structure too. It looks a lot better.
You're talking about in Laclede's Landing, Eric?
No, it's something river. It's name. It's like they make like ciders and stuff. It's literally just like a less than 5 minutes from the arch.
Yeah.
They have like a restaurant and everything.
I don't spend enough time downtown, but
there's like a big barbecue place right across the street from it.
Is that Pappy's or?
I don't know. I have to look on my phone.
Okay.
Now you got me right.
Yeah, because now I'm curious.
I'll find it next thing you say.
The build is done for now. Sweet.
Keeps giving me directions to Knoxville.
Barbecue in the river. I love those barbecues, man. See, that's why Shaq needs to go to a con or a whatever expo or whatever event where Greg is also there, because just the things that would happen would be hilarious. Rob, I think it is, yeah. So I did finish that, and then I just finished up the roof with a radio tower and all that on there. I should have clearance for this to fit in my space in terms of height of the room. That should be fine. Yeah, but I mean, I was thinking like the Daily Bugle, they've got an antenna and all that stuff here, and they've got the big sign. It's like, I don't need to do that, but I just wanted to put an actual radio tower on here because it is a radio station and it needs that. I want to have that on top of a very tall building. Room 40. Oh my god.
No, I got Brooks Blurring with the room 40 joke.
I have something exciting to share with you guys. Now that I've kind of got this done for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I have to open this up and all that stuff, so it'll just be a minute.
Wow. There's a Build-A-Bear next to patios at Busch Stadium. Those seem like unlikely neighbors.
So at the mall where I go where the Lego store is, there's a Build-A-Bear next to the Lego store at the mall.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Build-A-Bear in the mall in Schaumburg as well. It's not too far off from the Lego store.
Yeah, and ours, there's a Build-A-Bear like 3 or 4 doors down. But no, I'm trying to see if I can find this place Eric's talking about, and there's a bar called Patios directly south of the stadium, and there's like a 3 or 4 floor old warehouse building next to it that now says there's a Build-A-Bear in it.
Mm. All right, so I've talked for a long time, at various points about my thoughts on doing things digitally, right? So I started, and I was like, right about it, but I started using that Blue Brick with a K application to start doing the city layout, which I did for you guys on a stream or two a couple weeks ago before I went back into this project. I decided to go all in on something. And so part of what I was doing last night while I was just relaxing in the evening was, if I can find the right window here. Studio. But I don't just have Studio installed. I actually tried to do something. So let me show you this. This was what I was doing yesterday.
Oh boy.
And this is my first time just trying to do anything in the application. But look at that.
I mean, that's a good start for something.
Yep. I decided that I think I need to try to do this. As much as I've been resistant to the idea of using Studio compared to building by hand and creating that way, because there's a few projects I want to do with the new city where it does need more windows. Where I think my best chance to get something decent built in a good time frame without like spending forever trying to figure out what I want to do is to actually do this first. So this is going to be a factory mock. That's why I started doing it, because I want to have a couple factory builds. So this is a factory mock, right? That's why there's a lot of windows in Nodak Shack, is because it's going to be a factory build. I'm going to have like a loading dock, all that stuff, right? So I'm still obviously working on this. This is all a work in progress. Things are obviously subject to change. It's probably going to be multiple floors. Probably 2 floors at least, I think, depending on what I want to do here. But I have a very specific idea. And then I want to do a second one, so I'm going to probably be doing both of them in Studio. But I just wanted to share with you guys that with everything I've ever talked about for a while, that is now a thing that I'm trying to do.
You have come to the dark side.
A part of the reason that I was kind of inspired to actually go ahead and try this was, like I know Alex recently worked on that little extension he's going to have between his space lab and the one to connect the TJ's master space center there. He did that in studio. He designed that in studio first. He didn't show us that, I think, but he said he designed it in studio first to know what he had to do, what parts he had to get. And I'm like, you know what? And he's an engineer, so he's experienced with CAD and all that stuff. I'm not. And I don't think very well in the 3D abstract space like studio. That's why I've always had an issue with it. But I said, I need to try to get over that and try to do something with this. So that's why I spent hours on this yesterday trying to just wrap my head around it, try to figure out how to visualize in this space without putting parts together, because that's how my mind is used to working. So what you just saw is my first, after hours of playing around with it, that's what she said. You know, that's my first attempt is with that. And I want to use this as a factory. So I'm going to continue to refine it and try some different things. I don't know if I'll do interior work or not within studio. I may still just do that myself, but at least if I can build the shell of a building and have an idea with that, I think I'll be pretty pleased. I also want to have a second factory, and I also want to do like a small petrol oil refinery space as well. So all these things I'm going to probably try to do in studio to get an idea first before I just try throwing parts together on a plate. So I was excited to share that. And there may be some times where I actually end up doing studio design on stream with you guys here too. At this point.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it'll be kind of fun. But yes, that's a thing now.
So Dave, it's called Brick River.
Okay.
Brick River Cider. There's like but it's like the Brick River. They have it in. It's like a restaurant brewery there.
Oh, okay. Over in Washington. All right.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of them. I think there's one in Kansas City too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have not heard of that place.
The food there is really good. I don't drink, but my wife loves the cider there.
Okay.
And you can do a growler or buy the cans or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right around the corner from the original Schlafly.
Yeah, and then there's a barbecue place like right across the street from there.
It's making me hungry.
Cool.
So I did not eat breakfast before I got going with the stream setup this morning.
Yeah, I was getting hungry and snacked on one of my mint Lara bars that I had brought down here and hadn't eaten to try to hold me over, but I'm feeling you.
So as much as I'd like to try to go to 12 to have a chance to rate to Bride or somebody else, I with the stuff I have to do, I think we may call it earlier than that today. Also because I'm basically done. So
well, I'm not making much progress this morning. All I've done is pulled out my astronaut supply store and tried to redo the roof because I've got like an odd number of studs between the front and the back, and so it's making plating it really difficult unless I want to have
yep. That's another reason why I'm trying to do the studio thing too, is I want to try to structure things to make sure I don't do stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I can avoid it, right? I can plan properly.
Yeah, because I was starting from the back and then struggling up front where all the corners are, and I'm like, this might be easier if I set it for the front and then do the sketchy stuff in the back.
Right.
That's what she said.
That's pretty sketchy.
It can be. Oh, cool. I didn't see her.
Yeah, and
okay.
it's super nice here, so I need to go for a ride.
All right,
after
so
I
yeah,
eat.
let's go ahead and wrap things up, folks. Nice, TJ.
Yeah, it was like 45 minutes ago. I just saw it.
Shaq is notorious for trying to troll everybody else that comes into my streams and trying to see if things will play.
No.
Greg learned his lesson. Okay. Before we wrap up, let's go take a look and see what G Monkey did real quick here. Because I don't want to wait until 2 weeks from now to share that, since I just did Discord sharing on Thursday. Come on. All right, so we'll probably look at this again in a couple weeks, but we will share this right now to see what G Monkey is displaying today over at Brookstream shop. Officially set up my version of Amity Harbor. Ooh. Oh, little wow.
G Monkey.
Little G Monkey in habitat. There you go.
That's cool.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at this.
Nice.
Oh, that's looks like he's got like some kind of printed board here. Ooh. Orca. Nice. All those fantastic, amazing sets. All right, so we do this now here. Here we go. Super cool.
So if you're in Chicago, go to Brickmania today.
Yeah, go to Brickmania today, guys, if you can, and check that out.
Yeah, I should probably pop over. Even though I'm in my bubble.
Yes. I was going to bring that up again, but make sure you guys open up tabs to support Brian, Zach, and more Astro working together. All the folks. Oh, here we go. I wanted to see this. Oh, that's so freaking cool.
Nice.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Wow. Oh, even the scene with the shark. G-Monkey, dude, this is freaking fantastic. I love this. I love this so much.
So Brick Designers did that printed piece, G-Monkey?
If you guys want to have a look, feel free to check it out on my Discord. G-Monkey, thank you for sharing that. That is so freaking amazing. I love that. I love that so much. Because I like Jaws, right? So I can definitely appreciate that. All right, but let's go ahead and wrap things up. We'll do the around the room thing here. TJ, if you want to start us off, what you're up to, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I got some of the Ninjago collab done. One base plate mostly. I just have a little bit more. I'm waiting on parts actually for this one. I'm waiting on a few big parts. But this is coming along. On my stream on Monday, I will be building this to start.
Ooh.
Building the space, baby. I'm starting a pattern of like small set build and then transition into mocking, which has been fun. But yeah, I'm excited to build this. And
so
yeah,
I have to do the requisite comment poking fun at TJ for him rushing to get mock builds done, but yet he builds sets on his screens.
I've got a lot of the design work in my head, so I think I'm okay for the most part. But yes, I'll have my stream on Monday. No bricking with friends tomorrow on Fab Blondie's channel. We're canceling this week because we all got stuff to do. But we're usually on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then yeah, Clicking Bricks episode will be later in the month when we cover all the June releases. So that's not anytime soon either. But make sure you're following over there too.
Make sure you do that.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's it.
Right on. Thanks, TJ, for hanging out. Yeah. Good to see you. Just a few more weeks. 2 more weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Other friends that we'll see. Bricklock, what are you up to, dude?
I'm working on the Fun Hole Dance Club, so I've got. Which one's there? I'm gonna spill everything. So I got the dance floor, and then like the bar there, the side, and then the front facades about in there. And I have a
So
cat that's joining us.
I have to say, because I just showed you guys the studio stuff, when I saw them come out with this set that Eric is working on, the factory to club build, that's kind of what inspired me to actually want to have a couple of factory builds in my revamped city. Is this the idea of this? But actually just actual factories though. So very cool though. I look forward to seeing you finish it and your thoughts.
Yeah.
Which is going to work on it as well again. So very cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys aren't, give Bricklock a follow. He sometimes pops up on Twitch and do some chill vibe streaming. Micah-san, what's up? Welcome. Yes, Kitty sometimes makes an appearance on Eric's.
Yeah,
side.
she's here. Hopefully, she's not about to bite my headphone cord in half like she does with everything else. God.
I'm so glad my cats aren't doing that. And
Yeah,
my
the wrecking ball, set that came out a while back.
Yeah,
and I literally had that sitting on my desk, and the ball's like dangling there, string right there. She goes up, one chomp falls to the table. Then they just literally slice the string in like one bite, and I tie it back on, and not a few seconds later, she's like dropped.
Wow.
I was just like, I give up.
Bad Kitty.
Bad Kitty. Yeah.
That might get a ban quicker than Parts Thief.
I don't know. I was like, what?
Anyway, Dave, what's going on with you? Tell us all things.
I've just been fiddling around trying to figure out a plate setup for the second floor. This I've had for a while. You may have seen it, but it's going to be my astronaut supply store. Just plan on putting a bunch of like Space Fig merch in here when it's all done. Yeah. But yeah, no, I was just fiddling around with it today because I wanted to build rather than clean. And even though there's all this stuff around that's like needs to get filed away. My winnings from the parts draft, the camera doesn't go that low, but just off screen right here.
Oh, good.
So,
and
yeah.
will we look forward to seeing you Sunday evening?
Yep, I should be around. Don't know what I'll do, but maybe if I get some space here, I'll work on the cave. I need to do the cave stuff, so that's what my intention will be right now. Get the entrance to that all finished up, and so I can relax for a couple weeks before Brickworld.
Right on. Sounds good. Thanks, Dave. If you guys are not, make sure you're following Mapping the Miles. Sunday night, I don't say chill vibes because we sometimes have a little chaos in there sometimes, but generally some fun. And I always kind of say myself that I like Dave's streams on Sunday nights because it's my way of winding my vibe down a bit before I go to bed. And unfortunately, the W word pops up the next morning. But I always enjoy that. Thanks for hanging
lots
out,
of
Dave.
metal detectors and ray guns. Yeah, good idea, CMA. I'll have to get some of those accessory parts.
All right, so let's take a look at my finished thing here. So the top floor is done with the owners or whatever I'm calling him, his office space. Nice little desk, conference area, desk for the secretary, admin assistant, whatever you want to call her or them, whatever. So that's that. That'll be the top floor. And then the roof, I had this design previously in terms of the structure. I used a lot of these, I don't even know what you call these, like half arch pieces to create this effect, which it kind of gives it a very interesting overhang look. And then did this with all these tile pieces here. which actually works really well now because I put all those Nexolite shield pieces on there. It actually goes perfectly. And then small service area with a door that can open up. If I can actually do this. There we go. Nothing in there. It's just there for the look and the feel. But main idea is that there's a radio tower with some transmitters.
Oh, that looks
And
cool.
It's not too complicated. Just a couple of those great support pieces and an antenna on top and a couple of additional things that are clipped on there.
Yeah, no, it's wild. Simplistic design, but it looks really accurate.
Yeah, I think it works. I think for what I want, it works because now, this is what it's going to look like. Imagine this, 8 floors up, right, from a base plate. I mean, this is going to be this right here. So I'm playing around with that. That's going to be literally the highest point in the city. I have nothing else that will be as tall as this. So it's going to be kind of cool to have that as a thing to catch my eye is once I get that space reset back up. Like this is going to be these buildings, this one, the Bugle, and the other smaller tower that I have to work on. They're on that 48 by 48 plate, which is going to be kind of in the corner in the new redesign that I'm working on. So it's going to call my attention right from the doorway to the other corner diagonal of my Lego room by seeing these tall buildings in that space, which I think will be really cool. So I look forward to that. As to what's coming up next, I'm calling this done for now. I do have to do the wiring, but I'm not sure I'm prepared to start that right now. So I will be back on Sunday for the regular morning vibes stream. And either I'll start the next building that's also on that plate, which if you don't remember, I have it sitting here still. All right, this is the master plate. It's got the Bugle, it's got this other tan color tower, and it's got the one I've been working on for the radio station. So the Bugle's obviously done. Radio station tower is now done. So this tan one is the next one to do. So I had to do the first floor, and then I've got, I think, 3 or maybe 4 levels with that one that are also in my other room right now. So that might be the next one. That's going to be the TV station stuff, which will continue with all that custom sticker stuff I still have to work with. So I might start that, or if I'm feeling the vibes, I might do some studio work tomorrow. So you guys can kind of see my hand, messing around with that and how well that goes. Because I don't think I have time to do it today before I go out for my afternoon/evening plans. So I might want to come back to it tomorrow. We'll see. But with that, we're going to wrap. I know it is not quite time for Brian and everybody else to be on yet, so we can't raid to them. But I have another target in mind, which I have not seen her in forever. And I raided to her once or twice before when she used to be on a little bit more frequently. So it'll be kind of fun to throw a little bit of outer country love her way. Let's see. I got to get the buttons.
Brian, another tick up. We're at the 41.6 now.
Sweet. 41. Yes. Before I wrap up and do all the final stuff here, one last thing. Whoops. If I can do the right command. It's pinned, but if you guys didn't see it, one last time, click that link if you can do anything to help support Bricks O'Brien with Programmer's Guide to Defeating Trolls. We're almost there, 41.6. Needs to get to 45 to actually have it funded. Even at 49,999, it won't. So any little thing we can do, if you can pledge you in a few to help him out, that would be fantastic. And we've seen a little bit over the course of the last couple hours on stream today. So if any of you have done anything for that during the course of this stream, thank you. I appreciate it on behalf of Brian for throwing some love towards that project. Yeah, they're going to be on today. They're going to be doing giveaways across various streams. So Zach, More, Astro Canuck, Working Together, and of course Bricks O'Brien. So if you guys can, if you're going to have your computers around and just on, if you got to do things, open some tabs, give them some lurks, whatever the case may be, show some support. But most of all, we all want to see Brian hit that 45 mark. That's most important. We want that to happen. So whatever we can do to help him would be super amazing. All right. That being said, I'm gonna write out. We're gonna go see Enigma Gal. I haven't seen her in a hot minute. It's kind of fun. She's actually back and doing streaming. So let's bring some Outer Country love over to her and say hello. And here's a couple of Ray messages to copy. As always, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks to Dave, Eric, and TJ for hanging out in the panel today. I appreciate the company, even though Greg was off doing the brick stuff. Again, I'll be back on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time for the Chill Vibe stream, and we'll see what happens. Otherwise, guys, have a good one. Make sure you support all the friends, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you tomorrow morning as well. Take care, guys. Stay tuned for the stream at the very least. Take care.
See ya.